Hey boys and girls, we're on lesson 15-2, more numerical patterns. We're on page 597 for our solve and share. You'll need your workbook, a pencil, and a multiplication chart when we get into the multiplying part of this. So here's our learning goal. I can identify relationships between patterns. Okay, during summer vacation, Julie read 45 pages each day. Her brother Brett read 15 pages each day. Complete the tables to show how many pages each of them read after 5 days. What relationship do you notice between the terms in each pattern? Go ahead and try to fill in the chart and fill in the relationship that you notice. Okay, let's go ahead and finish it up. So she's reading 45 pages each day. So I'm going to need to add 45 to that. So 45 and 45 is 90. I have to recalibrate. Even though I just did it, the joys of this smart board just keep on giving. Okay, so when I double it, I'm going to have 90. If I triple it or do 45 plus 45 plus 45, I would have 135. And then beyond that, 180 and 225. So if you need to take off to the side, 45, like actually just do the addition, then that'll give you the 90 and then you can add to that. Or we can start to think, okay, well, if I took 45 times 4, I'd get that 180. So that's where that multiplication piece is going to start to come in. For a 15, we would have 30, 45, 60, and then 75. So the relationship that you should notice is that if I go from 15 to 45, how many times more is Julie reading? Well, I know 15 times 3 is 45. So if I did 30 times 3, would that be 90? Yeah. If I did 45 times 3, and I can always like check that down below, I get 135. So what's happening is Julie is reading sorry, the board reads 3 times more than Brett, B. And that's just the relationship between it from each week. It's 3 times greater over here. Or you could say Brett read 3 times less than Julie each day. Okay, let's go ahead and check out our essential question. So how can you identify relationships between patterns? Jack is training for a race. Each week he runs 30 miles and bikes 120 miles. He created a table to record his progress. How many total miles will he run and bike after 5 weeks? Can you identify any relationship between the miles run and the miles biked? So we can use the rules add 30 and add 120 to help us complete the table down below. So each week he's adding 30 for running, and each week he's adding 120 for the biking. And people typically bike a little farther than they run. So what you can start to see, or what you can do, is compare the corresponding terms in the pattern. So if you take 30 times 4, you get 120. And if you take out the zeros, you can really start to see this. 3 times 4 would be 12. 6 times 4 is 24. 9 times 4 is 36. So you can start to see that pattern with the smaller numbers and those zeros on the end. You can like kind of ignore them just to like catch that pattern. But you can see the total number of miles biked is always 4 times the number of miles run. Or the total number of miles ran is 4 times less than, or a fourth of the total miles biked. Okay, let's see, Nico says the relationship between the terms is that the miles run is 1/4 the number of miles biked. Do you agree? So think about what I just said. Do you agree with that? It's just the inverse or the opposite. Yes, it is. So we would say yes. It is 1/4 the, wow, sorry, number biked. Alrighty, how many total miles will Jack have run and biked after 10 weeks? So here is where we might want to start getting a pattern, because building the charts up and up and up is going to make it just like a longer process. So if we look at what an equation could be to help us solve, well, in 1 week that's 30, 2 weeks 60, 3 weeks 90. So if I take the number of weeks times 30, I get my answer there. And the same thing for the bikes, but with 120 times the number of weeks gets me my answer for that week. So we can use the equations, different color that might have. So it would be, was it 60? Sorry, 30. So we'd have 30 times the number of weeks would give us how many he ran. And then 120 times the number of weeks would give us how much he biked. So after 10 weeks for biking, if I do 120 times 10, I'm going to add a 0 to it. So we would have 10 weeks, and this is for biking. After 15 weeks for biking, I would have to do 120 times 15. So we could do 12 times 15 and then add the 0 to the end of it. So 5 times 2 would give me 10. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. Add 0 here, we got 2, 1, add it together, and then add a 0 to the end. So we have 1,800 for 15 weeks. And that's just for the biking. So then we can also do the same for, I might need a little room, the running aspect of it. So for this one, for running, I would just add a 0. We'd have 300 miles in 10 weeks. And then for running, I'd have to take 30 times 15. So I could just do 3 times 15, which would be 45. And then if I add that 0, we'd have 450 for 15 weeks there. So I can use equations to help me fill in the rest of the chart. Our last question says, Miguel says that he can use multiplication to find the terms in the patterns. Do you agree? And obviously we agree, yes, you can use equations to find what, like bigger weeks or farther weeks out. Farther weeks out. And honestly, finding that formula and using it is going to be way more time effective, or like you have to take way less time than creating a whole chart about it if you can find the pattern there. Okay, we are going to work on some more of these in group.